Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think, what in your opinion, is the one aspect that you cannot go without in order to have a better life? A life that gets better and better and better. What do you truly, truly need? If you take the time to ask people around you, if you feel curious about what people think is the one non-negotiable aspect of having a life that gets better and better, the chances are you're going to get very, very different and very interesting answers because people have such different insight and different perspectives on life. And so they're going to say, some people are going to tell you, well, obviously what you need is money. And others are going to say, well, yeah, but really, really, the one thing you need is love. And others are going to say, of course, but you also just need human connection. You need support, a community. And some people are going to say a home. Other people are going to say health. All of these things make perfect sense, right? But there's one thing that is underlying all of those that you just cannot go without in order to have a better and better life. And this is a very big part of what I've been learning in my journey and what I've received through teachings and what I continue to remind myself of. And the answer, there is a chance that the answer may be flustering to you because it may sound very obvious or it may sound obscure. For me, the answer is not obvious at all, and it doesn't have to be obscure either, and it doesn't have to be frustrating or flustering. And it's actually very, very, very important. It's become a central part of my practice with myself and with others. The answer is that the thing that you need, the component that you need, is to learn to get yourself to a place where you feel better. It's to learn how to feel better and better and better and better. And that is a tricky answer for a whole number of reasons. One of those reasons, as I am discovering, is that learning how to get to that place where I feel better and better and better is a very complex lifetime process. And it requires that I include the parts of myself or the sides of myself that feel like shit. In order to get to a place where I feel better, I need to be willing and able to travel, to explore and to travel to these places within myself where I do not feel good. But only as part of a process and with the resources and the tools that I've learned that take me from there to the place where I feel better. It's about healing. It's about going to those places that are dark and learning how to turn them into light, to bring them out into the light. And that allows us to feel better and better and better. And once we know how to do the work in order to make ourselves feel better and better and better, life becomes better. And it's also tricky. Another reason why that answer is very tricky is because as a Westerner, I can say this as someone who was brought up from a Western perspective. What I need to make myself feel better is in the outside. It's on the outside world. In the outside world is outside. And so when I get that promotion at work, I'll feel much better. When I find finally the love of my life, I'm going to feel much better. When I lose the weight that I've been wanting to lose for ages, then I know that I'm going to feel better. And so on and so forth, right? And none of these things are necessarily untrue. I mean, I want to lose weight and I want love and I want money. I want all of those things, just like, anyone would. But the point is finding these things actually going to be the way through which I'm going to feel better, and in what way and for how long? Does my feeling better actually depend 100% on these quests that I have in the outside world? And the answer for me has been no. The answer for me has been, first I need to figure out how it is I'm feeling, what it is I'm feeling, what's going on inside me. First, I need to work with that. And then I need to transform it, and the quality of the way that I feel changes. And so as I feel better, the life around me improves. I bring better things to myself in the outside world, and then it's easier for me to get that promotion, get more money, to find love. But then I have to go back in and keep exploring what's going on the inside and not get attached to what we're doing outside. But anyway, don't want to go too deep in. What I'm saying is, we haven't been taught that as Westerners, or at least in the world in which I grew up, we haven't been shown how to work with our feelings. We've been shown how to work with our minds. We've been shown how to work with our bodies. We have not been shown how to work with our feelings, not as far as we can go. I mean, what I see around me is that we may have been taught on a very superficial level. We haven't been shown in depth. Eastern philosophies allow us to open the space, to create the space for this exploration and this work, which is very individual and very intimate and very real. I'm not saying this to advocate for any particular journey or path. What I'm saying is that in my experience, we can work with our emotions and with our feelings and with our emotional well-being as part of our health. And when we do that, everything else improves. And that depends first and foremost on the work we do with ourselves, and then on the things that we look for in the outside world, not the other way around. It's not when I get this or when I accomplish this or when I find this, then I'll feel good. It's first I learn how to make myself feel better, how to bring myself out of the places where I don't feel good, and those rivers run very, very deep, and then I go out into the world. And my life will automatically improve just by feeling better. Isn't that amazing? That's what I wanted to share with you today. So think about it.